Newcastle United. They've got an early free kick down this left-hand side, around about 10 yards off the penalty area. It's Anthony Gordon battling with Eric Garcia, the former Manchester City player. Of course, Man City out of Europe after losing home and away to Real Madrid yesterday. They lost 2-1. Vinicius Jr. with the double in that game. Pep Guardiola going out last week. They lost heavily, of course. Barcelona would have preferred the supporters and Barcelona preferred their former man and former players. They've triumphed against bitter rivals Real Madrid. The left-hand side, beautiful touch there from Lamine Yamal. But the good thing about Newcastle and Eddie Howe and the Newcastle supporters, they know that they're side the edge physically, and they've won the ball quickly down the left-hand side. Here's Barnes in the penalty area. He's gone past Eric Garcia, hooks it to the far post, and there's a head there from João Cancelo, the former Manchester City player. Had to stick his head out. Vivalanga was about to tap home at the far post. 2 minutes gone, 0-0 on the night, 1-1 on aggregate. Champions League last 16 action on Flash Score. So the first corner, the rhythm of last week between these two started off again here in the second leg. Here's Hall. Lamine Yamal gets the ball off Hall, then gives it away. It's now back with Barnes, looking to the fast post where Burn is. Burn's trying to latch that in. He's going to turn Barnes. He shoots, but straight out. Leon Garcia. Good positive start this from Newcastle. We fancy their chances in this bracket. They're missing the big hitters such as Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. On paper, of course, they'll fancy themselves against potentially Atletico Madrid. Trying for Barcelona, and same will be the same for Barcelona. Of course, there's one key favourite in this bracket, this side of the bracket, and that's Arsenal, who've unbeaten the Champions League. They're only team in the Champions League. They've won every game bar last week's first leg against Bayer Leverkusen. So you fancy a chance to get to the semis because you're going to avoid Arsenal. So the opportunity is high here, you feel, on this side of the draw, whereas the other side is a dogfight between the top sides of Europe, at least what we saw in the league phase and historical standings. Chelsea, of course, dumped out by the European champions by 8-2 over 2 legs yesterday, and Bodo Glimt, after that wonderful first leg win last week over Sporting, lost 4-0 through to take on Arsenal. That's the only time that's been completed looking ahead after the international break. If you be able to listen to audio commentary of that Champions League game between Sporting and Arsenal at all quarterfinals on the Flash Score. And the ball's now with Martin now to Cancelo. Barcelona finally get a bit of touches of the ball inside their own half, outside the centre circle. Plays now to Kubasi now towards Martin. Live audio commentary on the Flash Score app. If you haven't downloaded the Flash Score app, you can download that on wherever you get your apps, from Google or Apple. And it's down the left where João Cancelo is operating. He's moved this now towards Rafinha. Rafinha darts the ball into the penalty area. It's blocked well by Kieran Trippier, the captain of the night. Rafinha asking for supporters to raise the volume up in the Camp Nou. Barcelona 0, Newcastle United 0. The first corner for the home team. Eddie Howe is rooted to his seat in the technical area. Jason Tyndall's the one that's off his feet, right at the top of his technical areas. Can be swung in, right footed by Rafinha. It's high, and Ramsdale will get there comfortably. Blue jersey. He picks it up. He rolls it out now to Nali. Wants the ball, doesn't get it. Ramsdale elects to kick the ball right footed in the air, and he's just gifted the ball back there. That was not the best decision from the former Arsenal man. And it's gifted possession straight back to Barcelona. Ball's now with Cancelo. Cancelo now towards Lamine Yamal. Oh, it's wonderful from Lamine Yamal. He sells Jonathan a dream. He goes past him, feeds it to Rafinha in the penalty area. Fermin Lopez back to Rafinha. A chance for the opener, which is taken superbly. Rafinha, the captain, punishes the sloppy play of Newcastle United. And Hansi Flick side strike first in the last 16, second leg tie at the Camp Nou. Barcelona 1, Newcastle United 0, and Eddie Howe's team will have to come from behind if they're going to go through to the quarterfinals. Wonderful play from Lamine Yamal, the youngster again, the orchestrator, the provider in the centre of the pitch. He able to play the ball to Rafinha. His first touch was excellent. He got in between Bird and Hall. Oh, what about this turn on the halfway line? It's Malik Dow again that he's gone round Lamine Yamal in the centre of the field. He drops him for dead. He then goes past the centre circle, plays a right-footed ball, Burn slips at a vital period. Tonali can't get near Ferman Lopez. He plays it to Rafinha in the 6-yard box, left-footed. He hesitates a little bit, the former Leeds United man. He picks his spot. Ramsdale doesn't make an attempt to save it. And Barcelona's captain is a difference maker inside the first 10 minutes in this Champions League second leg last 16 tie. Barcelona 1, Newcastle United 0. And the first time in the tie, Barcelona lead. Barcelona 1, Newcastle United 0, 2-1 the lead on aggregate. So that all comes from Ramsdale not rolling the ball to Tonali. Kicks the ball, gives it back to Barcelona. The ball for Matan into Lamine Yamal is excellent. They're able to go past Militao with ease, and the ball threaded towards Burn. And then you've got Lopez involved, giving the ball back to Rafinha, and Rafinha there slotting it in. So the task was always going to be difficult for Eddie Howe and his players, but they're down inside the first 10. That's not helped at all. The ball's launched long there by Rafinha. Again, it's picked up by Tao. Militao now back to his goalkeeper Ramsdale, and lifts it up, and it'll be a throw in on the far side. So it's Martin. Throw the ball towards Kubasi. Another long ball, and Ramsdale's had to come out because Lewandowski and Ferman Lopez broken through. And Barcelona really got the bit between their teeth now at the moment. Got Newcastle United where they want them to be. The referee's just saying to hold on there, not sure why. Or Ramsdale just completely had to get there. It would have been an absolute mess, shambles at the back. Here's Martin. He was ball to the centre now to Pedri. Martin now towards Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia outside the penalty area, throws the ball to Ferman. Pedri's there. And Barcelona have settled really well. Those first couple of minutes where Newcastle United were pressing forward and won that corner, they've been able to just take control and feel at home, feel at ease from a Newcastle perspective. Just need to find themselves, find their rhythm, get the players, get themselves on the ball, and just there, Alanga's giving the ball away. They need to just, be calm. That's what Alanga's saying to Trippier. Just be calm, and we'll get our opportunities in this game. But at the moment, Barcelona having a bit of fun with just the ease of how less and lacklustre Newcastle have been since those opening moments. I say opening moments, they've only played 9 minutes in this game, but it's one that has been fast and furious, and one that Barcelona have taken the lead from. So, balls with Barcelona, down this left side, Rafinha. Great challenge from Newcastle. Their traditional kit of black and white stripes. Barcelona, their traditional kit of red and blue. More than a club. That's the Barcelona motto, of course. The anthem being paraded by supporters in the crowd this afternoon. Rafinha, say this afternoon, this evening. Sun hasn't gone down yet. Cancelo. He's won a foul, and Lango was pressed in him. Kubasi. Now over the halfway line. Gives it now towards Pedri. Burn out. Ferman. He's the extra man at the moment. Lewandowski's the player that's been a bit deeper. Ferman Lopez in his number 10 position. He's doing really well. He's going beyond the Barcelona number 9. And that's causing a real problem for Newcastle United. We know physical, they can run really well. They've got the ball from Barnes. Barnes 3-5 balls from the penalty area. Has he won another free kick in the penalty area? Barcelona 1, Newcastle United 0. Live audio commentary of this Champions League second leg last 16 tie. Newcastle, of course, host Sunderland in the Tyne-Wear derby on Sunday. Their attention now is coming from behind in this Champions League tie. So Tonali to take this free kick. It's going to be right-footed. It's a high line from the Barcelona defenders, right on the edge of the penalty area. It's dipped in. There's no Newcastle United players in that area, so it's comfortable for Barcelona to get rid. It was Kubasi who got the header. Ramsdale launched this left-footed. Burner stayed up to try to win the ball, but it's broken into the centre towards Lewandowski. Back to Tao, Langer. He's Anthony Gordon now through the middle seems to be the favoured position for the Englishman. We'll see and hear from Thomas Tuchel on Friday to see if he'll make the England squad for the up-and-coming friendlies. England against Uruguay is an audio commentary that you can listen to next Friday on the Flash Score app also, as we count down to the FIFA World Cup on this platform. Less than 100 days now to the World Cup, as Malik Chow's kept the ball alive on his own byline because Lewandowski was breathing down his neck. Here's Lewis Hall. He's been paraded by Lamine Yamal, and Yamal has found Hall. 1-0 Barcelona. Rafinha is just going to have a conversation with the referee. So Ramsdale to take this free kick. Still waiting for the Englishman to take it. He takes it right-footed. Up, looking long towards Gordon. Good header there from the Barcelona player. Forced Lewandowski. He lays it off to Fermin Lopez, whose first intention is to win the ball and drive and step in Rafinha, but was cut out by Newcastle United. Joelinton's there to play it back to Byrne. Byrne now towards Ramsdale. Ramsdale angles it towards the right side, looking towards Trippier. Trippier now finds it towards Ramsey. Ramsey now on the left towards Hall. A lot of space now here for Hall. And the high line is operated there for Barcelona. Barnes back to Hall. Elanga's in the middle. Can he find it? He can. Elanga through and go here for 1-1. Anthony Elanga, 1-1. The flag stays down. And Newcastle United are level in the Camp Nou. Eddie Howe's men carve Hounsey flicked. Defends like a roast turkey on Christmas Day. Easy as you like. Barcelona 1, Newcastle United 1. And it's game on once again in this Champions League last 16 tie. You knew it was going to be good, and it's delivering. Well, Anthony Elanga's not had the best 15 minutes of football. No surprise to see that Kieran Trippier is having a conversation to him. He like he needed intervention. It was wonderful work from Newcastle down this left side. Hall to Barnes, Barnes back to Hall. Hall, low driven cross, put it on a plate for Elanga. Elanga was able to just tuck it past Johan Garcia. There was Barcelona defenders claiming offside. It looks tight, but as it stands, it's Barcelona 1, Newcastle United 1. Of course, we've got VAR in operation for this game, but the Swede with the red boots, right-footed, just dinked it, side-footed, sort of a dink finish past the goalkeeper, pointing to those Newcastle United supporters in the corner of the Camp Nou. That hasn't changed in this redeveloped spot of Camp Nou. The supporters are under gods. They are going wild. A wonderful arena. It's Newcastle United who have the throw in, and that's a real setback for Barcelona. Looked like they were dominating the play. Looked like they were on their way. Newcastle United getting a vital goal. And this game, this tie, is level again. So Burnout goes the ball towards the near side. Martin inside the centre circle finds the ball to Cancelo. Cancelo back to Martin, and Kubarasi's there. Goes Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia down the middle now, looking towards Lamine Yamal. He's been quite quiet outside the goal. Lamine Yamal, he's driving forward, and Rafinha, of course, got the opener for Barcelona, but Lamine Yamal was influential. And Joelinton's been booked for bringing down Lamine Yamal. And Joelinton is a player who's on a yellow card for Newcastle United. So if Newcastle were to be triumphant tonight, he will not be featuring in that first leg. So he will miss the next game Joelinton. So it's 18 minutes gone here at the Camp Nou, and it's Rafinha is going to take this free kick. Rafinha, left footed, scoops to the far post. Bernal's left alone. Bernal 2-1. Oh, it's the set piece routine that has given the lead to Barcelona. They've retaken the lead. Barcelona 2, Newcastle United 1. All the talk about Premier League teams, who are the masters of the set plays. But it's Barcelona that have come up with their own set piece and have executed it wonderfully. And they've taken the lead again in this tie. Barcelona 2, Newcastle 1. 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. What a game. 3-2 they lead in the tie. And it's open in 20 minutes. Barcelona 2, Newcastle United 1. Really clinical finish from Bernal. It was a silly free kick to really give away from Joelinton. You know, set play so key in football. Just when Newcastle was starting to settle and look the most dangerous out of the two. Barcelona getting themselves ahead. Seems to be the early theme of this game. Once the team finds the rhythm, they get pegged back or they lose control and they fall behind. And it's Barcelona 2, Newcastle United 1. It's Hall spreads the ball forward, looking towards Gordon. It's given by Juan Garcia. Juan Garcia plays it short, goes into the middle now, looking towards Lamine Yamal. Now into the centre circle. Bernal. It's a crunching challenge and goes towards that far side. He could work here from João Cancelo. João Cancelo is driving forward, met by Jacob Ramsey. Ramsey keeps the ball. Ramsey now to Langer. Langer's back to Ramsey outside the penalty area. Chow gives it back towards Ramsdale. Ramsdale back to Burn. Burn's got under pressure. Good footwork by Bernal. Nearly nipped in and won by Lewandowski. And Tonali's under pressure. And they give away a corner. Newcastle United really good pressing from Barcelona. And they're going to make a change. Eric Garcia is in a bit of trouble. So Hurro is going to come on. So Eric Garcia is going off, and then Ronald Hurro is about to come on, the Uruguayan. It has to be injury related rather than tactical. And we're seeing the Spaniard depart and the Uruguayan come on for Barcelona. 2-1 they lead. Goals from Rafinha and Bernal with a Lang goal for Newcastle in between. So the Barcelona captain takes the armband from Rafinha. And Ronald Hurro will go up into the Newcastle United penalty box for this corner. It's going to be taken from the right hand side. Minimal taking his time, and he's going to leave it for Rafinha in the end actually to take it. So Rafinha to take it from the near side. 2-1 Barcelona lead. So left footed inside the penalty area. Good flick towards Ronald Hurro, and he would have made an instant impact to actually come off a Newcastle player from his header. So it'll be another corner down this near side. An in-swinger left footed from Rafinha. Excuse me. And as Rafinha looks to take this corner again. So take two. Whipped in higher with more depth, and again that comes off a Newcastle United player. Man, it's out. This is relentless pressure now from Barcelona on this Newcastle United goal. So swung in again by Rafinha. Oh, once again met by Ronald Hurro and hits the side net it. And that's one for Newcastle United to watch, because in the law of averages, if you keep being able to run in and win the first ball in that 6-yard area from the near side, when it's whipped in at the near post, I should say, it's going to be a worry. Just seeing the replay to see that Jedi Martin was on time from Dan Burn for Bernal's goal, the Barcelona's second in this game. 2-1 they lead. It's with Joao Cancelo. Tonali loses out, plays the ball to the left side. Here's Lamine Yamal outside the centre circle. Lamine Yamal is going in and out and plays the ball back now towards Hold Mubasi. Back to Gerard Martin. Cancelo. It's a clip foul. And Burn has to go back to his goalkeeper in Ramsdale. Ramsdale uses left foot to hammer this long. Ronaldo Horo. Oh, there's a collision between the two players, and no surprise to see the referee stop player Kubarasi and Ronaldo Horo colliding, both having their eyes on the ball. And it's the centre back, both central defenders, but the number 5 Kubarasi's come off worse. Ronaldo Horo's headed the ball, but also headed the Spaniard, so he'll get some treatment here, and it gives an opportunity for both managers to have conversations with their team. It's been an eventful opening 25 minutes where we saw Barcelona racing to the lead via Rafinha. They were paired back by Elanga's leveller, and then Burnout in the 18th minute was tapping home, were knocked down from Gerard Martin. So Barcelona 2, Newcastle 1, 3-2 to score in the tie. Bayern up against Atalanta. You can listen to audio commentary of that game on the Flash app and website. Liverpool against Galatasaray. Liverpool trailing. Huge favourites to turn it around. Arne Slot's team, regardless of how much they've been struggling in the league. There's a huge belief that they can get it right tonight. We'll be able to listen to audio commentary of that game, of course. And then Tottenham against Atletico Madrid. If it's as fun as it was last week, you're in for a good listen. Those are the 3 ties to follow this game. As it stands, Barca headed into the last 16 to play one of Tottenham or Atletico Madrid. So 25 gone, and plays resuming. And Newcastle throwing the ball on the far side, gets it back. Joelinton from the throw in, he laces back to Trippier, 30 yards away from the penalty area. Joelinton way line, gives the ball to Ramsey. Ramsey now towards Burn. Outside his own centre circle, gives it towards Barnes. Flicked the ball long, and Leon Garcia's got to come out. Wasn't convincing. The Barcelona goalkeeper uses his right foot to launch that and scoop that in the air. And it's down this right back position for Newcastle United, but Burns there to win it, and so is Militao. Here's Trippier now, giving the ball from Ramsdale. Ramsdale back now to Down. This is where Barcelona have been really good, where they've been able to press on Newcastle. It's a free kick that's been given, and Langer's been brought down. Langer wants the ball quickly. It won't happen as Newcastle playing a bit of pain. It's Kieran Trippier, the captain tonight for Newcastle. The player who's in a bit of trouble with Joao Cancelo. Hasn't been booked for the little tumble, or I should say little push that tumbled Trippier. So Barca 2, Newcastle United 1. Just the 1 yellow card of this game so far, and it's been given to Joelinton. So Ramsdale to take this free kick, launching it up. Edge of the penalty area, Horo's there. It's laid back down towards Lamine Yamal. Oh, it's given away. Here's Hall. Hall back to Barnes. Barnes in the penalty area. He's got body staying for the middle. Alanga far post, 2-2. Alanga's at the double. And so are Newcastle United in the Camp Nou. Every time they've gone forward and they've hit the target, they've scored tonight. And those supporters in the top stand at the Camp Nou are going wild. Barcelona 2, Newcastle United 2. And this one, well, we just can't separate these two sides. 3-3 on aggregate now, 2-2 on the night. Anthony Elanga has 2 in the Camp Nou. And Lamine Yamal giving the ball away cheaply, gave it to Hall. Hall played it forward to Barnes. Barnes going round Rolo. I mean, Gordon could have got there also, but it was Elanga outside the 6-yard box on the right. I think Hall helped on its way to Elanga. He was there at the far side to tap home. Barcelona 2, Newcastle United 2. Here's the score. What a game. 4 goals equally shared. And at the beginning of the broadcast, I said, you fancy Barca's favourites on home soil. Newcastle have adapted and accommodated well. And this is a free-fall. This can go anywhere. It could be Barca's night. It could be a special night for Newcastle United. They're in this tie. Elanga going forward. Gordon! Oh, he's hit it wide. What an opportunity for Anthony Gordon to put Newcastle in front on the night for the first time. Such a good ball in from Elanga. End product that's been lacking in his game this season. Jolinton fouling and burnout. Or was it Pedri? Sorry, Pedri's been very quiet in this game. I feel like someone like Pedri who at home on home soil expects a bit more. And Barcelona, the technical team has been booked. But 2-2 is the score at the moment here, and Anthony Gordon almost finding a net. So John Garcia to take this goal kick. They go short. Finds the ball now to Pedri, who's come up from that challenge from Jolinton. He's now gone towards Mertan. Mertan back to his goalkeeper and John Garcia. Now the right to Rodahoro. Uses his right foot to angle this forward. Looking towards Burn. Burn scooping it long towards Barnes. Barnes up against Rodahoro. Rodahoro doesn't get the ball. It's back with Hall. Newcastle growing in the game. Here's with Jolinton. Jolinton now feeds it towards Burn. Burn infield towards Ramsey. And intercepted by Pedri, who got out for a throw on the far side. Half an hour gone. And it feels like we've been on a roller coaster in this tie. 2 for Elanga, 1 for Rafinha and Burnout. Both times Barcelona have gone in the front. Newcastle pegged them back. Great mentality from Eddie Howe's team in this tie. Ramsdale skips the ball to the left side to Hall. Hall trying to go long. I'm surprised that Newcastle haven't utilised the high line and exposed that from, you know, the pace that they have in that front 3. Gordon, Barnes, Elanga, very direct, quick players. Haven't seen enough one-on-one action there. The goals have come from transition and mistakes. Yeah, it's out. And the centre circle. Feeds this to Ramsey. Ramsey now to Elanga, who's through and goal. Elanga, he's got Gordon to swear it to. Anthony Gordon! Oh, what a save by Yo Garcia. The flag in the end, but he was not to know that. Anthony Gordon. Oof, it looked like Elanga maybe would have broken through. He was clearly offside, in fact. But they've got to do that more on Newcastle United. They have the pace. They've got the quality to execute those types of breaks with Barcelona's high line. As we get a replay of Lamine Yamal being very sloppy. Lewandowski and fouled there by Dan Burn. We're just having a conversation with the Barcelona players. 32 minutes gone in the game. So Burnout takes the 3 kick, gives the ball to Kubasi. Kubasi now to Mertan. Jared Martin centrally in towards the Yamal's giving away. Here's Tonali. Nice little touch from Tonali. Gives the ball to Jolinton. Jolinton's ball's just behind Harvey Barnes. So Barnes can't get there. From the Al perspective, he's delighted where his teams have been able to, every time they've had a setback in this game, got back in, got goals, sucker punches to Barcelona. But there's a lot of space now for Fermin Lopez. Driving forward, Fermin Lopez swings the ball to the left-hand side to Rafinha. Rafinha now to João Cancelo. João Cancelo tries to get the ball back, and he does. Rafinha tries to get it back to the Portuguese defender, but it's given it away. And already, Newcastle down the left, or over the halfway line with Harvey Barnes. It's now in field to Elanga. Elanga and Barnes with a 1-2. It's now clear with Gordon inside the penalty area. Gordon. So Elanga tries to back in it towards him. 5 in the penalty area. Can't find any of them. Good position in there from Jadon Martin. If he wasn't, there was at least 3 Newcastle players ready to tap her and to score. So, free kick's been given to Newcastle United. Joelinton coming up. So Hall to take it. So Tonali takes a shot, looking towards Barnes, right-footed, in-swinger, looking towards Burn. Joe Sia was able to read that well. The former Espanyol goalkeeper, of course, moved in the summer to Barcelona. Now they're on the break. Barcelona looking at Burn now towards Cancelo. Good interception from Trippier. Rafinha skips over to take the throw-in. It's now towards Martin. Martin now to Kubarasi. Kubarasi towards Ronald Oro's come on for Eric Garcia. Martin and Kubarasi. Ronald Oro. This was burnt out. Lamine Yamal have been very quiet in this game. Also a clumsy foul there from Harvey Barnes. Just using his right foot just outstretched there from Barnes. Right foot stepping on Lamine Yamal's left. So Elanga gives the ball now towards Hall. The long ball touching long towards Elanga. Elanga looking to far side. Gordon cleared away by the Barcelona defence. Now Joelinton finding the ball. Back to Elanga. Trying to find Pedri. Rafinha runs away with it. Rafinha inside the centre circle. Gives it now to Ronald Oro. Now on his right hand side, in his right back position, there's no